Good evening. This is the controversial counselor checking in just to give you an update that I've completed chapter 8 on loyalty. But before I get into that, I just want to say some of you may be annoyed by the videos. You're getting aggravated. Like, oh, why does he keep posting these? Simply self-promotion. The one thing I know is you can't count on friends. You can't count on families. So if I'm going to make this big in the best book possible, then I'm going to have to self-promote. I'm going to have to brand. I'm going to have to market. And I'm going to have to do things on my own. So therefore, if you're getting annoyed, my best suggestion to you as a counselor, simple, planned ignorance. You just ignore it, stroll down, keep on moving across your timeline. Second, just go curl up under a rock or something, maybe, if you're that annoyed by my antics. That's all I could say, because I have arrived. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to keep posting, and I'm going to keep promoting myself because I'm passionate about this subject. I mean, when you put in over a year and a half pretty much of hard work and dedication, no one should ever dispute that. Now, you might be aggravated. You might not care what I have to say. You might say to yourself, oh, I'm not going to never read this book anyway. Well, that's fine. But don't never dismiss people who put out hard work and they show they dedicated to their craft. That's just not fair. Okay, enough of that. So with loyalty, I cover subjects such as the loyal mom. How many of you women out there have a man, husband, boyfriend, that every time y'all get into it, he's running a mama? Every time. He even sometimes don't come home because he's staying with her. She always has his back. He cannot do no wrong. And that's just the way it is. You're really not going to dispute her because that's just a whole nother issue in hand. So you kind of deal with it. One topic. The other one is the deadbeat dad that lives 15 minutes away from his child, may ride up and down the street, knows what school she goes to, sees her on a regular basis. She just never sees him because he refuses to stop by. He refuses to show any loyalty toward fatherhood or co-parenting. So those situations happen on a regular basis. Another situation is when you have that situation where it may be a sibling, maybe a cousin, maybe a friend that always liked some girl or some woman, never put the power move on her to get her, but meanwhile, she's liking someone else. Your brother, your cousin, your best friend, and he's the smooth, debonair type that she just has this attraction for, and you kind of feel for her as well, and then things jump off. So people could say, oh, he was disloyal to his family members, or she's disloyal. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes these situations just happen, and we just can't avoid them from happening. The only thing we can do is process it, talk about it, and move forward. So those are just some of the things that I touched on as far as loyalty. Now, chapter 9, I'll be talking about mistrust. Now, we know that comes about in every aspect, too. So basically, any of my scenarios or anything that I post is universal. You can get it from all ends and everywhere. So this is what makes everything unique and diverse. So again, stay tuned. I'm working hard. I plan to be finished with chapter 9, chapter 10 by next Sunday. So I'm working hard. I'm grinding. And I know there's people out there excited, and they say to me every day, I can't wait to read your book, David. So I'm working hard for you to make sure that we make this a reality. So again, cocktail conversations coming out in the fall. As it gets closer, I'll be able to give you and establish a date. But right now it's coming out in the fall. I'm working hard. I'm dedicated, and I'm going to get it done. For all you haters, just keep hating. One thing also I understand, if you're hating, that means I'm doing something right. Thank you and have a good evening.